I'm Laura Mack, and I'm addicted to home improvement. You might remember me from Flip That House fame a few years ago, and if you don't, check out this flashback. Now I'm a breast cancer survivor, and I say it ain't worth doing if you don't get any on you. This is not your average how-to show, it's a how I do it show. I developed a simple formula. Inspiration plus motivation equals gratification. Here's how it works. Jazz. I'm just kidding. This show was taped in front of a live studio audience.
Laura Mack, survivor, designer.
This was my first project after my final surgery from the whole breast cancer ordeal. Along with all the other projects you've seen so far, this is my therapy. I really started to have fun when I discovered a lot of these rocks in my backyard were fossilized. So I researched, evidently Nashville was a part of an ancient inner ocean at one time, and it astonishes me how we live way up in these hills, so high you could see downtown Nashville from our house, and all these rocks are fossilized way up here. Okay, here's how it looked when we moved in a few years ago. Then we built a raised flower bed, which evolved into a store-bought fountain that didn't survive the winter. So we cleared it out, we leveled it out, and then dug down about 1.5 feet. Then we built up the edges a little bit with some old cinder block junk we had laying around, and we backfilled around it. Be sure your pond liner is big enough to go up over the edge, then use large rocks to hold it in place. If you want to create waterfalls, strategically stack flat rocks slightly angled down towards the pond so the water doesn't lap back and leak behind the rocks. Throughout this whole project, the biggest problem was the pond liner. We went through two 20 mil pond liners and finally found a 45 mil that totally did the trick. To keep the pond water clear, we found copper blocks work best. You can buy those online. It'll keep it clear for months. In a pinch, you can use a few bottles of hydrogen peroxide, but that'll only buy you a few days. That's the way you do it. It took about a good 3 to 4 weekends to finally finish this project, but we're real happy with the way it turned out.